Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a Keelgottime video, and today, because Keel's got some time, we're going to be reacting to the realities of dating while dark-skinned. Now, as a dark-skinned individual myself, I will be fact-checking whatever is said in this video. So, let's get it. So, let us getteth it, letteth thy goeth. Sorry, I don't. Oh, shit. Oh. 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 Oh, jeez. Ah, let go.
Can I just say something? As a man, if you want to talk to me, pursue me, kick it with me, date me, whatever it is, right? You gotta know that the moment that you make any type of shady comment or reference to my skin tone, you're an automatic chop for me. Like, you're done. Yeah, I remember I was on a date with this man, right? And we had went out a few times before. He was cool or whatever. We wasn't heading down the aisle, like, you know what I'm saying? He was just cool, whatever. We was getting to know each other, filling each other out or whatever. He was a lighter skinned black man, okay? And so we out and about, we out on a date. And this man says, yeah, you're so pretty. I can't wait for us to have kids. I just hope that they have my skin complexion.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, that is insane. That is an insane thing to say. Ah. Ah.
I'm sorry, what? And he said it so matter of fact, like he said it so confidently, like, yeah, I just hope that they come out with my skin tone, like. And then he just kept talking, like he had said nothing wrong, y'all. He just kept talking, and I'm sitting here not listening to nothing else that he said after he said he made that comment, and I'm just like,
Right.
did he just say that? Is he really serious? I could not believe that he had said that to me, because now I'm like, you hope that our kids, first of all, I was never having your kids in the first place. So I don't even know why you said that. Like, I didn't even give you, I wasn't even on that type of time with you to think that you would ever be lucky enough for me to have your kids. So why did you think that? What? Like, you were already, like, that was already strike one. And then you turn around and say that you hope that they have your skin complexion and not my beautiful brown chocolate melanated skin. So now I'm just thinking, like, okay, so what? So if we have kids together and they come out my skin complexion, what you gonna do? You gonna discriminate against your own kids? Like, are you gonna be mean to them? Are you gonna treat them differently because they're darker than you? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you on? What are you on? What are you on?
Yeah, that one was crazy. I'm glad you got away, man. Yeah, fuck that nigga. Bro, what? Huh?
I swear, y'all, I knew as soon as he said that, I knew that I was not ever going to speak to him and he was never going to see me ever again. But I'm just like, what would possess him to even say that, to think that that's okay to say? You know, I do not want to hear no comments, period, referring to my skin tone. I don't want to hear, oh, I normally date lighter skinned girls, but you know, you my first brown skinned girl, and I just had to give you a chance because you was just so cute. I normally date light skinned girls, and you my first brown skinned girl. You know, I normally don't date dark skins. You know, I normally just date light skinned girls, but you know, I just had to talk to you because you just, ew.
Dating while dark skinned comes with a reality that many people don't want to acknowledge: colorism, the preference for lighter skin within and outside the black community. It quietly dictates who is seen as desirable, feminine, soft, or worthy of pursuit. Dark skinned women often experience being overlooked not because of personality or compatibility, but because of deeply rooted beauty standards that favor proximity to whiteness. They're less likely to be approached, more likely to be categorized as strong, intimidating, or aggressive, and less likely to be granted softness by default. This isn't about individual preference alone, it's about conditioning. And what makes this especially painful is how invisible it can feel. There's rarely an explanation, just silence. Fewer compliments, less pursuit, and over time, that silence sends a message, which is, you are less desirable. And that message sticks to black women, even when it's false.
Black men date light-skinned, exotic white women because they want to have daughters that they're actually attracted to. And not attracted in like a weird pedophile way, but they want to have a daughter that would be deemed the preference. And for most men, they believe that the light-skinned, curly hair, mixed race looking woman is deemed more attractive. So they aim to have those mixed kids. I know a lot of times y'all like to
I'm trying to put my mindset into that of an average black male. Because my my personal preference is darker skinned women. I haven't dated a darker skinned woman, if you know what I know. I've only like messed around with some, but I haven't actually like yet to date one. And that's not like intentional. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It just hasn't happened. Shit, I live in fucking England, but I don't like. I can't put it in my head that most black men think that. You know what I'm trying to say? I can't put it in my head that most black men think that lighter skinned women are better just so they can have lighter skinned kids that are deemed what, more attractive? Like what? I don't get like ugh, I can't. I can't.
scrutinize white women and say
Can't
that
figure it
white
out,
women
yo. I can't.
are the ones that are going after our black men because they fetishize having mixed race kids, but so do black men. Black men strive to have that light skinned daughter. They don't care about the sons. It's about having a light skinned daughter that has curly hair, that is always going to be the preference. They don't want to have black daughters that might not be deemed the preference. Like, it's really that easy. I don't know why that's lost in translation. I'll say this: years ago, early on in college, talking to this guy, he was like, I really like you, but I can't see it going forward. And I was like, why? Like, we're having a good time. He said, because I don't want to have dark daughters. Like,
Ah,
that was the case.
okay. That's where her point comes from. Now we can see exactly why she's saying what she's saying. Okay, I'm glad she gave us that breakdown. Yeah, man, that is just your personal experience. I'll be real. I'll be so real. Now, I know this was actually a conversation. I don't know if it as much as it is a conversation today, but back then I know this was actually a conversation. I used to hear it being had a lot, you know, just being in a black family. Is it? Is it? Do Oh my gosh. You know what? I am conflicted right now, and y'all could probably see that. I am very conflicted because I feel like there's a lot of us black men that just absolutely do not think like this. Like, what? Like, nigga, whatever color my kids are, I'm gonna love them. As y'all know, I want every race colored kid. I'd have a purple kid if I could, trust me. But I know there are black men out there that just prefer lighter skinned women. Like, I know there are. So it's like, I mean, shit, fucking Cameron. Cameron's type is light skins. But is he dating light skins because he wants light skinned babies though? I don't think so. I think he's just dating light skins because I don't know, nigga just attracted to that lighter skinned woman. Shit. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm not the best person to react to this since my type is darker skinned women. I'm not the best because I don't have this mindset.
And there was actually
I can't like come to black men's defense really.
Episode in Girlfriends where Tony talked about dating a dark-skinned man, and her whole thought process was she doesn't want to have a dark daughter. And please know this is not an attack. If you think I am full of it, please read The Color Complex by Katie Russell. Please. It has all the educational resources, references, historical pinpoints that you need to understand why I'm saying this. It just is genetically embedded in us due to slavery. Take some time and educate yourself.
Trying to date as a darker skinned black girl / woman is so hard when you always have to ask yourself, does this person like black girls? The level of attractiveness that I am is based off of the darkness or the lightness in my skin. And it's so exhausting because people will deem me as unattractive, but deem someone that's lighter or mixed as more attractive, even though they're also black, but due to their proximity to whiteness. It's really exhausting because it makes you feel like you'll never find love, but I'm also telling myself that's not true. I will find love. I just think it's going to be more difficult because there's just a lot of internalized racism that needs to be fixed among each community.
The quickest way for me to be cool off you romantically, or if I'm talking to her, even if we're friends, is if you tell me that you only date light-skinned women and I'm just somebody that's just different and you're attracted to me. That is so cringy to me. And it just gives me that you don't love yourself. Like, I just had an experience like that and I really had to cut this person off. Like, I think it's so strange. And I've been in this situation many times in life where I've talked to people that are of a lighter complexion, but they're still African American. And they tell me, like, yeah, I only usually date light-skinned girls, but, you know, I think you're beautiful and I'm attracted to you. Like, am I supposed to be an...
Bro, I can't imagine saying that. Like, what? Like, what? Huh? Like, what is it supposed to do with that information?
outlier? And am I supposed to, like, be thankful for that? Because, what? It's so strange. And 2025, like, we really need to get rid of the self-hate because I love my black queens. I love my black queens for real. Like, it ain't nothing to it.
When men be getting fried on the internet about being colorist, I'll just be laughing because that shit is really real and evident in real life. I could count on my fingers, or, you know, if I had $1 for every time a man has come up to me, and eventually it gets to the point in the conversation where he's like, oh, you just my type, light skin, Spanish. I'm not Spanish, but they'll think so because of the curly hair and whatnot. But, you know, they be leading with the light skin, and that's just automatically an ick for me. Am I pretty to you? Am I just light skin? Like, or, you know, maybe my personality drew you in. They be leading with the light skin. So it just goes to show when Cat Williams said that thing on Shannon Sharp's podcast about y'all just be with any weird face light skinned female. That's true, say, because these men, it be like a blonde slate. They just see some type of light skinned person and go up to them, and it's crazy. That's an automatic ick, as well as, I don't want to get off on a tangent here, but with guys liking short girls, they come up to you because you're short and they're like, oh,
Like, just it's almost like a fetish. But we not gonna get on this tangent right.
So I have a little story for you.
Hey, no. No. I was up with you until you started bringing up the short shit. I'm a short nigga. I don't want a tall bitch. I'm sorry. I like you because you're shorter than me. That's why I like you. Because you're pretty and you're shorter than me. I don't know. I don't think that's wrong. I mean, there's a video that came out. Well, y'all are not gonna. The video would have already been out time ago by the time you guys see this. But today, for me, actually no, it's the next day now. Oh, midnight. Yesterday, for me, and for you guys actually, the video he's 6 foot, she's 3'11". That's a fetish, man. That's a fetish. But if I'm 5'5", guys. I'm 5'5". Give me anything 5'3" and under. Short women. I love y'all. So nah, I'm sorry. I'm not. She's not finna do that to us. No.
So a couple years ago, I was in a relationship, and 6 months into the relationship, I found out that I was dating a colorist. And I know what you're thinking, like, how did you not know in the beginning? But this is actually very, very common. And I think a lot of dark-skinned women who benefit from featureism definitely experience this. And for those of you who don't...
Her lips just... like, I'm listening to her. But her lips are really sparkly right now. Drawing me.
Don't know, featureism is discrimination based on somebody's facial features. But basically, one day I was sitting down with my ex, and he was like, yeah, when I first met you, I was showing my homeboys your IG. And I had to let him know, like, even though you dark skinned, you're not like the others. You actually look good. And I was like, wait. Jesus!
Niggas are weird, bro. Niggas are weird.
Hold on. And he started saying stuff like, yeah, like, I don't really go for dark skins. Like, you're literally the first dark skinned girl that I ever had a long-term relationship with. Like, if I'm gonna date a dark skin, it gotta be the top tier ones, like the ones that look like you. And in that moment, I instantly knew that he was only dating me because I was the attractive dark skin, based on desirability politics and society, of course. And honestly, it's really hard dating as a dark-skinned woman because you never really know who genuinely likes you for you. First of all, you don't really have that many options because we're the most undesirable in every community, and a lot of people think that we're unattractive, even though, you know. And then sometimes when people do pursue us, they're pursuing us because we're either an experiment to them, because they want to see what Tupac was talking about when he said the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. But we're not actually their typical type. And I went on his IG and I noticed that, like, he was only following light-skinned girls or like caramel-skinned girls. And I was honestly so hurt, but I was also in complete shock because it took me 6 months of being with this man for him to reveal that he's a colorist and a featurist. And I know I'm not the only dark-skinned woman who has went through this. This is actually very, very common. And it's just so annoying because it's so hard to date because of this issue. So even though I do benefit from featureism, I don't like it, and it's not something that I view as a positive quality to have. Yes, there are certain benefits that come with it, and I do stand with women who do not benefit from this at all. But the negative things about benefiting from featureism is coming across men who really do see you as an experiment and don't genuinely like you for you.
In dating, dark-skinned women are often expected to bring more to the table just to be seen as equal, more personality, more humor, more emotional labor, more patience. They're praised for resilience, but denied vulnerability, admired for strength, but not protected. There's also a double bind. When dark-skinned women are confident, they're labeled arrogant. When they're reserved, they're labeled cold. And when they set boundaries, they're called difficult. So dating stops feeling like mutual discovery and starts feeling like evaluation, like auditioning for affection that others receive without effort. And after enough experiences like that, many dark-skinned women begin to internalize the problem, even when the problem was never them.
I've been seeing a lot of discourse, a lot of stitches, a lot of videos on my video about dating dark-skinned women. And I even seen women in the comment section saying that I don't
My experience as a dark-skinned man, since everybody know everything. You know, this guy's had enough. He's had enough. Go on, brother.
When the problem was never them.
I've been seeing a lot of discourse, a lot of stitches, a lot of videos on my video about dating dark-skinned women. And I even seen women in the comment section saying that I don't date dark-skinned women in Chocolate City, where dark-skinned women come to feel loved. Hey, I'm happy with who I'm dating right now, so let's not get into my dating history. Let's talk about the fact that they keep on saying that I wouldn't understand the dark-skin experience because I'm a man and not a woman. I'm gonna need y'all to really wake up. And this is why I always say that y'all don't think men are human. I've seen all these people talk about their life experiences as a dark-skinned woman. I'm 30 years old, about to be 31 years old. And I grew up in a most colorist generation. The most colorist generation. These people nowadays wouldn't even understand the stuff that used to come out of people's mouth. I went to 8 different schools in 5 different school districts, and I was made fun of in every single one. The only reason that I'm even funny...
Bro, I'm saying, this nigga like... said he was 30. This nigga like 9 years older than me. I'm just thinking, shit. Even we was colorist in school. Even we was colorist growing up in school. And that was like... When was I in school? What, the 2010s? So I can imagine the shit that they were saying.
To this day is because I had to joan back. A lot of women in school didn't even deal with me until I got popular.
Oh, and that's not to say we were colorist towards women. Well, some niggas were colorist towards women, most definitely. But I'm saying is that as in like niggas were just colorist towards each other. I've already told this story in another video, but I remember I had this one friend called Mamadou. It was dark skinned as hell. Yeah, you can imagine. Everyone made fun of that nigga. I was also dark skinned. I got made up a couple times, but
that school. And the only
I said I was also dark skinned. Yeah, obviously.
The reason I was even popular is because I was funny, because I was an athlete, or because I was in a go-go band, I was a creative. And even then, a lot of the women would deal with me behind the scenes just to say that they did it as a trend, but then go back to dealing with light-skinned men. And that wasn't even something that just happened in high school or in middle school. This continued to happen all the way up through my 20s. So I don't want to hear none of this stuff. Every time I've dated, and the reason I said that opposites attract is because my experience is that every time I tried to talk to a brown-skinned woman or a dark-skinned woman, they was not fucking with me until I got popular. Every single time. I'm seeing dark-skinned and brown-skinned women walk up to me that I used to slide in their DMs. And now that I'm popular, they in my face. Y'all think I don't notice these things? Y'all think I don't see the fact that a girl that I just dated earlier this year, she used to tell me that she didn't want to tell her friends about me. She didn't want to tell anybody that she was dating me. But then I seen her ear to ear smiling in front of a light-skinned nigga facing the party. Happy to be outside with him. But every time she see me in a party, we got to act like we don't know each other, but then we got to go back to the same apartment. Y'all think I don't know these things? Y'all don't think that I've sat in the car with a woman who told me that, oh, I don't like real attractive men. I don't like pretty boys. I like dark-skinned men. You don't think that I've sat in the car with women?
I've heard that. I have heard that a lot too.
Women that told me to my face that, oh, I'm not usually into conventionally attractive men. I'm into you. Y'all don't think that I had these experiences at work? I worked in a restaurant. They put me right in the back. They told me that they put the servers in the front because they pretty. I worked in Petco. They put the cash register people, they put women and light-skinned men in the front at the cash register at a pet store. And I was back there with the reptiles and the snakes and the goddamn fish. I've worked in offices. Now that I work in Virginia, I have people that profile me, that tell me that I don't know what I'm doing, that double, triple, quadruple check my work, that tell me that I'm not doing enough. I got to go harder. I got to be smarter. I got to actually go the extra mile to seem smarter than my colleagues just because I'm dark-skinned. I got white people at work that tell me, no, I have a black man at home. Like, I would never think that about you. You look at their goddamn partner and their partner is beige. That is not a black man.
Bro, I hate that. That'd be the most annoying shit when someone does that. Like, oh yeah, I speak to black people. I speak to they pull it out. It's the most light skin ass nigga. Like you damned it, just mixed race, basically. Ugh.
Come on,
Jarring.
man. Y'all gotta stop this. Y'all gotta stop acting like, oh, you wouldn't get it because dark-skinned men are already overmasculated and that's looked at as attractive. I don't want to be overmasculated. I don't want to be a toxic masculine man. Why is it that I have a pug and everybody tell me every day that, oh, I thought you would have had a pit bull or a Rottweiler? What's up with that? What's up with the fact that every time that I was dating in my 20s, they used to say, oh yeah, you probably a fuck boy, like, you're not the type that you settle down with. Why? I'm smart, I'm handsome, I'm goofy, I'm funny. I walk around smiling every day. Y'all see how I always got something on my head? This ain't because, oh, he bald. No, because if I don't have a haircut and it's over 2 days old, I notice that people start saying I look dusty. And on this app, you gotta be attractive, just like everywhere else in my fucking life, where if I wasn't clean cut down to a T, shaved and with a low haircut, then I was looked at as dusty. When you dark skinned, if you're not a celebrity or an actor, like an athlete, your dark skin don't shine like a crystal or a gem. You're dusty. You look like dirt. These people are not...
Damn. Shit, alright.
your friends. That's why you think that I really don't care what y'all be saying to me. I've been dealing with this my whole life. My family even told me that my own family members will put me out there to cut their grass and do yard work and wouldn't let my brother do the same thing and he'd be in the house just because he light-skinned. I grew up with a light-skinned brother and my own family, I'm not going to say who, but has told me that my direct family treats my brother different than they treated me. And I seen it firsthand. Y'all got to stop this.
Dark-skinned black men are also affected by colorism, though in...
Bro, one thing... Sorry, quick story. I don't mean it. I mean it this time. Really quick story. Bro, I remember my nan told me that once she went to her grandma's house or something. And, you know, my nan, old Jamaican lady. Dark skin, old Jamaican. I have one light skin nan and one dark skin nan. I'm talking about the dark skin nan. She said she had went to her nan's house one time, back a day, obviously, in Jamaica. And... she said her nan put her in the bathtub and tried to scrub her blackness off. Jesus! she said her nan was looking at her like, how are you this dark? Like, nah, son. she apparently she tried to scrub her blackness off. And my nan's mom had to come in there and be like, yo, no, she's just, that's her skin. Like, what are you doing? Bro, crazy. Different times, bro.
different ways. You see, dark-skinned men are often seen as hyper-masculine, seen as intimidating, aggressive, or only valued for physicality, desired, but not always chosen for emotional intimacy or long-term partnership. Some black men grow up internalizing that darker skin equals less softness, less safety, less emotional permission. That conditioning impacts how they show up in real relationships, how vulnerable they allow themselves to be, and how they perceive worth. At the same time, colorism within the black community can create painful dynamics where darker women feel less protected by the very men who understand racial marginalization. That disconnect isn't about hatred, it's about unhealed conditioning passed down and left unchallenged.
I hate to play the colorism card, but I am so uninterested in dating. I feel like dating as a woman is already hard enough, but dating as a dark-skinned black woman is like even harder. I feel like I'm just so uninterested in it all, mainly just because whenever I express myself, and I just keep running into this issue, whenever I express myself, no matter what it is, no matter how calmly I talk, no attitude, it's always taken as aggression. If I cry, it's taken as aggression, like, oh, you have an attitude. And I'm like, I don't, I'm literally just upset. I'm also not given grace in certain situations. And I feel like you can put this label kind of on all women who might feel this way. But I feel like...
Alright, y'all. I'm not actually gonna react to the rest of this because it's just repeated shit. But final statements from Keel. Actually, I want to make a very maybe a very controversial statement right here. And you see how she has like
in my
the straight hair and shit. Women, y'all do what you want, but dark skinned women, black women, if you are trying to be taken seriously as a black woman, you can't be doing this. I'll be so real. I mean, this is just my opinion. But if you're trying to be taken seriously as a black woman, don't try and look like a lighter skinned woman. And I feel like y'all are doing it because you think that that's what. I mean, I know some of them. No, we do it for ourselves. Shut up. I think y'all are doing it because you think that that's what we want. You know, you see what most men are like going for, the straight ahead, lighter skinned, blah 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 blah. But I'm telling y'all, separate yourself from that shit. Separate yourself, like. There's a lot of conditioning within the black community that needs to be undone. But also, that is not a dig though, because it does look nice sometimes when, you know, dark skinned women be having their straight wig on or weave or whatever the fuck you call it. You know, shit can look nice, but if you was rocking that fro, if you had them twists, them natural twists and shit, like, yeah. But again, that's just me though. That's just me and my opinion. But yeah. With that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate on this video, as usual. And yeah, I love you all, man. Love your skin color, whatever you are. Literally, just do you, cause who gives a fuck what everyone else thinks anyway? Like, bro, it's so cliche to say, but it's your life. Like, why are you living for the opinions of other people, bro? Do whatever the fuck you wanna do. But yeah, man. Peace, love, and prosperity. Go binge the rest of the videos on the channel. Videos dropping every single day, 5:15 UK time. 2 videos a day dropping. That's the schedule for the whole year. As I said, special occasions will be 3 videos a day, but 2 videos a day, man. So yeah, make sure you watch them both every single day, because I will be checking. And if you don't, I will pull up and I'll whoop your ass. Peace, love, and prosperity. We gone.